Cześć, siemanko, z tej strony Sebastian, witam moi kochani tutaj z powrotem w Starfieldzie. Ja troszeczkę postarałem się pograć, w sensie no uznałem, że nie będzie większego sensu, jeżeli wy będziecie patrzeć, jak ja się męczę w różnych miejscach, bo chcę zdobyć misję. Zdobyłem parę misji, jak zobaczycie za chwilę mapa gwiezdna. Mamy tutaj, porozmawiać z naukowcem w drzewie, dzielnica VAT-u, zbadaj sprawę w ten. Nic w ogóle tak naprawdę nie ruszałem tego, co nie? Mówię, zostawiam, chcę to z wami zrobić, tak? Posprzedawałem trochę shitu, jak zobaczycie, już jest udźwig normalny. Hajsu trochę zarobiłem, hajs z YouTube'a tak zwany. No, tak pokradłem tutaj troszeczkę. Ale dobra, przechodzimy dalej. Gdzieś tu ta klientka miała dla nas pokój, tak? Klientka, gdzie ty jesteś? To jesteś ty?
Bet you never expected to end up
No dobra,
involved in
porozmawiajmy
something
z
like
nim.
this. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused
Ej, ale
on the
czapkę to się w
artifacts and
pomieszczeniu
nothing
zdejmuje.
else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
A ja Sebastian. Z wykształcenia murarz, tynkarz, akrobata, łamane na AK administracja, demonstracja i demonizacja. Co z tego może być prawdziwe, co wymieniłem?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard
Wiecie,
to
ja się go
judge
tak pytam.
otherwise.
Pewnie się
Both
okaże, że
you
tak
and Barrett
naprawdę
saw something.
nie było sensu
I
go
don't think
pytać w
that's a
ogóle.
coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but you know, if the label fits.
Jezus.
Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it?
W teorii to jest
I'm
1
certainly
500
not
100
gonna rule
900.
it out just yet.
Teraz wiecie,
That sure lines up with
powiem
everything
tak.
else about these artifacts.
Ja odbyłem tych rozmów na tym mieście 1 500 100
We're gonna get
900.
to the bottom of this. We just need more data.
Czy się powtarzały
means
dialogi?
more artifacts.
Jest wszędzie, że szukam pracy, co nie? Także
Well, there was
wziąłem tylko, że
some
szukam pracy
overlap in interests. I'd spent years
i
searching for
resztę
religious relics from
stwierdziłem,
human
że tego nie
history.
będę ruszał.
I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found.
But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Ja coś sprzedałem. Dobra. To już... Czekaj, nie to. Okej.
Take care of yourself.
Też się trzymaj. Dobra. Moi kochani, bo to mianowicie większość to trzeba z nimi porozmawiać.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts,
Hey, but-
but we need to be as objective as possible.
Myślałem,
It's
że ona
been
rozmawia.
quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the island. Stay safe, okay?
Ale to nie miałaś mi pokazać pokoju? To w dupie z tobą. Ktoś tu jeszcze jest w ogóle, bo... Także no, moi kochani. Pytamy się jej,
Something you need?
żebyśmy z chęcią wstąpili.
So,
Jedyna
are you
rzecz,
ready
jaką
to get
sprawdziłem w
work?
internecie, bo ja
Or
naprawdę
was
tego
there
nie wiedziałem, nie
something
chciałem popsuć. Ruszajmy.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're
Dlatego-
out of bedrock.
No.
That means
Powiedzieli,
people
że
can
się
pass
nic nie
them
stanie, jak
around
do nich
not
przystąpię,
even
więc
knowing what they
to
are.
jest trochę jak w
I've been
Skyrimie.
letting my contacts
Głównie
know
to
to
mnie
go and look out
interesowało.
for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising. A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to. Felt the same way when I started too. There's an
Też się bardzo ekscytuje w końcu jakaś poważna misja. Nie w uciekanie.
But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry. You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention,
No i widzicie,
I think we can
opłaca
get
się.
you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means. Good. Let's take a little stroll through
Obstawiam, że ona jest
Atlantis,
jedną z
shall
tych,
we?
co kradła. A i ten dźwięk to żywcem z Fallouta, jak nic. Ej, poczekaj, no to idziesz ze mną?
We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast. Sure, go ahead. You mean apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5
Czyli
years?
ja sobie mam szefową,
Let's see.
Szefuję szefowo?
I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So don't worry, I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital.
No dobra.
Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career
Tak zwane
and
podróże.
recreation.
Ja też bardzo
That
lubię.
being said,
Tak samo grać w gry i dla was nagrywam, to jest połączenie dwa w
but you
jednym.
have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no,
To się
I don't
dogadamy,
mean the
laseczka.
school band.
Tylko ja w
I
zespole
mean
metalowym.
a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet.
A my zespołem...
A
I tu
ridiculous
nazwę
name,
pominę.
I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having
Podcaście tam już
fun.
było wymienione
And before
pewnie.
you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums.
A ja na basie,
The
to też
band
scena
never really
rytmiczna.
went
No
anywhere,
proszę
of
bardzo.
course, but those were good times.
Ja
And
też
I
bardzo miło
remember them
wspominam.
fondly.
Bardzo szkoda, że już nie gramy na razie tyle koncertów, co ja bym chciał i w ogóle, że nie gramy prób. No ale może kiedyś coś tam się na ten temat nie. Dobra, to
My
jakieś przekonania.
parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs.
Nie no, laska,
By
dogadamy
the
się.
time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center, having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes. I need answers, not religious theory.
Większość pewnie
I'm
powie,
sorry if
kochani,
that
bo...
disappoints you, but
Bo
don't
wiecie, że
worry.
on klika to
While
u
we're
każdej
on this journey
postaci. No
together,
tego jeszcze nie wiem, bo
I fully intend
pierwszy raz
to
mi się takie...
respect your religious beliefs.
Dobra, na razie to tyle.
Oh, okay then.
Dobrze.
You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done.
Czyli ten Barrett może być zły,
He took this seriously before any of us.
Ale sobie dołączył do nich
It
i
was
ma za
at
darmo
his
wszystko, tak?
urging that
Dobrze
we
rozumiem?
started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously.
Dobra. Dobra, no to...
Okay.
Okej, jedziemy, klientka. Też bym dał jej parę sprzętów, ale znowu mam tą samą obawę, że za chwilę nie będzie można z nią porozmawiać. I za chwilę cały ten mój sprzęt, dobytek pójdzie w kibinimater, a ja zbieram te minerały różne. Dobrze. Moi kochani, teraz możemy odpalić mapę. I zobaczmy, co mamy za zadanie. Mamy tak, porozmawiać z Konradem Tulą o wstąpieniu do gwardii. Czyli możemy wstąpić do gwardii. Porozmawiać z Larrym Hoflandem o hipotece. I porozmawiać z barmanką w airporcie. Także no, tyle mamy fajnych misji, na to wychodzi. Dobra, chodź, Junia, idziemy.
Sarah, another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship? United Colonies Volunteer Fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in?
Wchodzimy to, kochani, wchodzimy, dawajcie.
All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
Aha.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Oh,
Mora?
he was way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something. You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars.
Kiedyś to, znaczy ogółem to chyba chcą teraz ludzie na Marsa lecieć. A nie, a tak to zawsze jest. Trochę minie, już się nim nudzi.
Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. Yeah, bring a coloring book. You get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like. You'll have to ask him, but Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that. It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
Dobra, czekaj.
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work... Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf... Or you might be called up to help the science division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been at... And sometimes we just need cargo support. Wherever the UC needs us. Well, other than becoming a member of the greatest faction in the galaxy, you'd even be able to buy property right here in New Atlantis. Citizenship unlocked.
Dobra, no.
Well, all right. take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the and if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
No i dobra, już mamy parę misji kolejnych. Ja wiem, że ja pewnie teraz powiecie, Seba, nie tyle, po co to tyle, tak? Ale no... dzielnica VAT-u, to, loża. Sprawdź tablicy Aha, tu jeszcze mają tablicę, co nie? Aha, super. No tak. Zbadano.
Anything I can help you with? You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. Okay, no problem.
Dobra, ja tutaj tak, modyfikujmy tutaj, tak? Wartość, dodajmy sobie tego, co tutaj jest. To mnie stać na takie działko automatyczne, laser. Chyba działko najlepsze, co czy nie? Dobra, tutaj to się, moi kochani, zastanowię. To tutaj jest silnik, generator osłon. No to by się przydało ogarnąć, co nie? Napędy to nie, reaktory? To super, jak wszystko na prosto bierzemy, co nie? Broń 0, broń 1. Przyda się jeszcze tutaj mieć jakąś broń, co nie? Co? Uszkodzenia kadłuba, uszkodzenia osłony. No dobra, to ja bym może to. Ale nie to tak tanio, tak. No i dobra, fajno. Mamy broń jedną, wyrzutnia, działko laserowe, a tutaj co jest? Tutaj na minusy, tak? No dobra, no to jak to jest, okej. To co to jest? Wyrzutnia rakiet. Też na minusie wszystko, no to jak nie trzeba, no to silniki może byśmy podlepszyli. A kto bogatemu zabroni? Łącznie, tak? Aha, czyli coś muszę zrezygnować. No to z silników bym chciał zrezygnować. Enter. No i dobra, i super. Dobra, teraz jeszcze zobaczmy. Tu jest troszeczkę, ja się muszę pouczyć tej gry, bo to jest Walsberg. Z naukowcem przy drzewie jakimś, tak? Obywatel i obywatele i obywatelki. Kupujcie wasze żelki, tak? L misję, czekaj, L. Czekaj, pokaż na mapie. Co to się tu... Aha. To nie. To tak, to nie. Dobra, no ej, ale nie, no to powoli coś tu się ogarnia, co nie? Powoli. Zgłoś się do gwardii.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of
Ej,
line.
a on wygląda jak taki aktor, kurczę, on w kabaretach teraz tam dotegaca. Czy w tym... W tej... O Jezus, no.
Yes, you're right. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
On wygląda jak stary Grucha, o. On się Grucha nazywał, ten, Cezary Pazura tam w tym filmie z nim razem grał. I nie będę promował, co nie, ale no nie mogę po prostu, przynajmniej tak myślę.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Ustal kurs, stare śmieci. Dobra, to sobie weźmy.
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here. We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud.
Jakąś zniżkę po znajomości
Unfortunately,
się da zrobić?
success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days. Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you? This, or anything else? You'll have to forgive me. I don't know you as well as the others here. If you weren't so new to the group, I might already know the answer.
A,
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar in his own unique way.
ja tam na imprezach umiem się
I'm no
zachować.
scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here.
Czy moi kochani, nie bierzcie tego pod uwagę, ja się nie nudzę
The
tą
most
grą, tylko
exciting thing that's happened in years.
trochę bardziej poważnie podchodzę do tej gry, bo tu trzeba dużo...
Funny thing about companies, you build
Uważać.
one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
Seba to umie przekonać po prostu. Dobra.
Remember, you're
Super, że się tu coś
representing all of
dowiedzieliśmy.
us,
Aha, tam jest ten zacznij. Ej, tu wszystko jest za darmo, tak? To ja bym sobie jedzonko albo drina opalił, co nie? Driny są? Co to jest? Nie, się nie wydarzyło. O, pokażę wam, może przy okazji się uda. Drakulaki, drogi. Dobra. No, ładnie, ładnie tutaj. Weź, browara. Tacka wam opadła. Dobra, moi kochani, jesteśmy w sali rekrutacyjnej, więc teraz zostaniemy rekrutem.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical
You enlisting
displays
too?
and the orientation hall.
Signing
I've
up for
always
the
wanted
Vanguard?
to
Continue on
be
to the
an apprentice, but
examination
the
terminals
internet
then.
city is my
Buy for 2 heaping scoops of propaganda.
Ładnie tutaj mają.
You think the Free Star Collective's got a place like this?
A zbroja asasyna też jest?
Probably take too
Co to
many
jest?
bribes to get it.
Ej, fajnie, tu jest muzeum nawet. Dobra, moi kochani, to dla was. Zastopujcie sobie, będziecie wiedzieć, co nie? Aktywuj przycisk.
2240, House Maroon forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. The Three-Star Collective was initially founded. It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House of the many conflicts between the two settled worlds were left untouched.
Fajne, fajne. Mi to się strasznie kojarzy z takimi... Nie wiem, czy ktoś był na Helu. Tam też były takie, albo jak ja byłem w Toruniu w Muzeum Piernika też tak było.
After the devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Free Star Collective came together to... It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official, no one is born a United Colony citizen.
Dobra. A jak nie znam, to co? To nie będę, tak? No to trudno, no.
Applicant to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor. Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that, and however, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala. We'll only keep the highest score you manage. While I can't answer that question directly, due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. Vanguard assignments can often include both space and ground combat. It'd be bad for both you and the United Colonies to not ensure you're adept in both capacities before sending...
Pieprzony służbista.
The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but...
To ja tu inwestuję pieniądze, a wy kolejny statek mi dacie. No dobra. Da się radę ukraść? Czekaj, czekaj, a my tu coś... Nie, no nie. Trzeba ukraść, to lepiej nie kraść na razie. Co tutaj? Dobra. To po tej misji...
This is the Mark 18 Flight Simulation Chamber applicant. currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of
Ile
opponents to
pociągnie?
pass the
Więcej niż mój?
exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Teraz rabować mam, tak?
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2. New targets active.
No i dobra. Teraz niech mi podskoczą.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3.
A nic nowego nie dostałem, co
New
nie?
targets active.
Tam jest jakiś quest, widzę. Kogo nie mogę wziąć? Ale że mnie kierownik.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
Próbujemy? Dawajcie, spróbujemy jeszcze jednego haltnąć. Może coś, jakieś bonusy będą, co nie? Dostaniemy własny statek, albo lepszą misję nam dadzą. Warto spróbować.
Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
Właścika trzeba wypełnić.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5. New targets active.
Czy tu się gra będzie toczyła, póki mnie nie rozpieprzę, czy jak? Coś łupło.
Vaulting simulation. You have passed, applicant. You may proceed to the exit hatch to log your results, or restart the exam from the simulation's control terminal.
Starczy tego dobrego. No dobra, opuść symulator. Potem się okaże, Sebastian, po co wychodziłeś? Mogłeś zrobić 6. No ja nie wiedziałem. Ale też nie chcę zanudzać
Congratulations,
odcinkiem takim.
You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuwala to receive your final results and your probationary... Good showing in there, applicant.
Ważne, że good. Że zobaczymy, czy nas przyjmie. Jak nas przyjmie, to super. Jak nas nie przyjmie, to trudno. No i tym optymistycznym takim fragmentem zakończymy naszą przygodę dzisiejszą. Ja uważam, że Ile mogłem, tyle pokazałem. Ile mogłem, tyle fajnie to zrobiłem. Wiecie, no to jest gra troszeczkę inna niż Far Cry, niż GTA.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first? MASS is short for Military Administrative and Scientific
O
Triumvirate.
nie, to ja się do wojska znowu
From
zaciągnąłem.
here,
O
the three
Boże.
co-equal divisions of the UC government
Oh,
work
yeah.
together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend to be real competitive. Understandable. Most people will prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat.
No ja też wolę za biurkiem
Not something
siedzieć.
I'd ever choose for myself,
Bo to się
but
uczę.
understandable.
Podpowiedź do tego, czym jestem.
Military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us. Me? 6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former life. So it wasn't too big a jump bossing around foreign pilots instead. But Vanguard's been a quality assignment. Meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse criteria, get them out there helping people who need it.
7 lat i już jest komandorem?
Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did? I like the fire, applicant. Let's get into it. So, looking at the data, checked out a few of the murals. Good. A test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4. Not too shabby. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that wave are some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away.
Hell of a job. I might even let you fly me around sometime.
Nie, ty sobie lataj.
So then, looking at
Ja
your
nie
results
chcę
as a
latać.
whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Pretty standard for combat assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to join the cause.
10 years might seem like a long time, but it's worth the climb if you wish to become a citizen.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line, are you?
Dobra, już jest, już mi
Officers
się
honest,
podoba.
Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the deed? Fantastic. Then just follow me.
Dobrze, moi kochani. Ja już powiem tak. Tula niech się tam turla, a to zobaczymy w następnym odcinku, także...
By Vectera! I can't believe it! Is it you? Is it really you? Captain of the frontier, bane of the
Mój
fleet,
fan pierwszy, taki
constellation
pseudo-fan, co nie?
shining,
Kurczę,
star
fajnie.
of stars.
To ja, Sebaster, zguba floty i inne takie tam lajki, suby, zostaw mnie, ledwo co mnie przyjęli. To ja.
Then the day is truly blessed. Because for a moment, I wasn't sure if you were real or just another hallucination. But now that I know it's you, what are the odds? And to think, I almost went for coffee instead.
O,
But I changed my routine for one day, and here you are. It's almost like it was meant to be. Me too. I was minding your business as well, visualizing it, dreaming it, and tending to it like a garden in bloom. And
On mi się
now
kojarzy
here it
takim
is,
wrzodem z
our
Gotika.
first spring.
Czyli pewnie ma pozyskiwanie, dyskrecję, trening siłowy, a
To meet you. Hey, do you mind if I follow you around? Do you need a sidekick? What am I saying? You're a hero, of course you do. Lead the way. Good point. I'll start working on it right away, as soon as I learn how to sew. Until then, maybe I can be a sidekick in training. Do you have an academy where fans can practice groveling at your feet?
no oczywiście, no.
If not,
Znaczy jakaś
I can
powstanie tam.
start one.
Jakieś brodacze Sebastera, coś w tym stylu. Dobra, przypisz miejsce
You
na pokładzie.
won't be disappointed.
Brak przydziału dla Sary. Fortiner. Aha. Oczywiście, że przydział Fortiner. Panie, tam to się będzie tak działo. Ale dobra, mamy fajnie mamy ekipę. Statek. Obecna placówka, placówki, wszystkie placówki, dobra. Dobra. Moi kochani, mamy własnego przydupasa, mamy hardkorowo panio i robota. A tam jest nasz Tula. Dobra. Ciul, jak już przedłużyliśmy, to idźmy do tego Tuli.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise your right hand. The motto
tak.
of the Vanguard
I
is
trzeba
Supra
beret
et
i tak
Ultra,
trzeba trzymać.
above and beyond.
Ja to miałem, to wiem. Na łyso mnie
Beyond
opali,
the furthest
panie, to
reaches of the
tragedia.
United Colonies military,
To tak.
and with
No
honor
nie, to tak
and
było.
duty above reproach. Do you
Tego, co się
swear
tak
to
przypomina
protect
mi.
and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
Zrobię dla ciebie wyjątek.
I guess I'll take it. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2.
O,
Sounds like
fajnie.
they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come. So Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
Do dzieła.
That's the spirit. Head down to the
Zobaczymy.
spaceport and talk to Crew
Czasem
Chief
to się
Harad.
kończy tak, że
He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
no i dobra. Dostaliśmy trochę hajsu. Przysięga spełniona. Praca dla żołnierza. Laseczka zadowolona, tu panuszką. Także zostawcie subika, lajka pod filmikiem, dajcie komentarz, powiedzcie co zrobić lepiej, co zrobić gorzej. Także wielkie dzięki i do zobaczenia.